Entrepreneur Swan here. Today is the 23rd of February, 2023. See, I got the year right, that's right. All right, well, let's talk about weather, right? We have a major winter storm hit the Northeast. You have over 900,000 customers knocked out of power right now. A vast majority, I think 657,000 people in Michigan alone. So ice, snow, cold weather, high winds, combination of everything. It makes me think, okay, so I'm obviously a very bad situation. Not fun to be without power in that cold weather. Hopefully most of the people in those areas, especially Michigan, they're hopefully better prepared than most, depending on where they are. Obviously, they're in cities. The people in the cities are never prepared the way that they should be. Not a lot of people. I'll put some people would be, yes, but not a lot of people are as prepared as they should be in the cities. It makes me think, when we have these storms come through, and how ill-prepared a lot of people are, and how they don't plan ahead, they don't think ahead, they're given ample warning, and they still are horribly underprepared, not ready for these situations. It reminds me of the Buffalo situation, the tremendous amount of loss of life, unnecessary loss of life up there, just because people were not ready. If you live in a certain part of the country, you need to be ready for that type of weather, and you need to plan accordingly. Because if you don't, it can cost you your life. I think about in a true SHTF situation, so when you have people now with the news out there giving you the 7-day forecast and saying, okay, the storm is coming, it's a real possibility this is going to happen. So, prepare, and people don't. They just don't. And I think about, in a true SHTF situation, the ill-prepared, how much worse it's going to be for them, because even with an early warning system, they do nothing. And in a worst-case scenario, these storms are still going to come. We're still going to have severe weather. We're still going to have ice storms, we're going to have blizzards, we're going to have high winds, we're going to have tornadoes, hurricanes, you name it. It's going to still happen. But there's not going to be any warning. People are not going to know what's coming. You're going to basically go out in the morning, you would look at the sky and say, okay, what kind of day is it going to be? Like, I was out earlier this morning, and it was raining. Well, now it has stopped raining. Still overcast, but it finally stopped raining, which is a good thing. And but people are just not ready for these types of events. They're just not prepared. And it's actually kind of sad, realistically, the underpreparedness of most people. It don't make any kind of sense to me at all. Why people do nothing. And then they wonder, when they do nothing, why things end up being as bad as they can be. Unnecessarily so, once again. And so it's something to think about. I want you guys to think about that. I definitely want to hear your thoughts. I mean, I feel bad when you have that many folks without power, especially when it's cold, and it's snowing, and the wind is blowing. I'm going to tell you, I've never really minded the cold. It's the wind that goes along with it. If you have, 15 degrees outside, 15 degrees is, you can deal with it. But when it's 15 degrees with a wind chill, and now you're looking at, minus 15 with the wind chill, that sucks. Because it just bites right through you. It's not fun in any way, shape, or form. And so while everybody is, dealing with the inclement weather, I could happily say down here, we actually have had a nice trip. Actually, I'll tell you what the temperature is right now. I just had to reboot my phone. We are at 57 degrees. Right now it's going to be 68 degrees today. So, I'll take that. I have no problem with that. Happy about that, to be honest with you. But, yeah, I just, we need to be more aware of what's going on around us. And with the weather, it just, either people know it's coming, don't do nothing until the very last minute, and then they run around like a chicken with their head cut off. It makes no sense to me. Like I said, I feel really bad for the people right now dealing with this weather up in, the northern states. Been there, done that. Minnesota got that, obviously. Michigan, and, New York is getting hit as well. But, no, I can honestly say, it sounds terrible to some people, I don't miss it. I'll take a little bit of rain that we had. I'll take the warmer temperatures. Now, I know that I've been told a lot by locals here, this has been an unseasonably warm winter down here. But I will tell you what, I will take it. I will take it. I haven't called back home yet today to find out how things are back up there. But, but anyway, I just, I plan ahead, think ahead, be as ready as you can be. Like I said, again, natural disasters can continue to happen, so the more prepared we are for those situations, the easier it is to get through those situations. Having a backup generator, having alternative power sources, making sure you have batteries, make sure that if the power goes out that you have another way to heat your home, having, extra lighting, all those things make a power pack or whatever the case may be. Really, really important stuff. Okay, so just putting that out there, and just something to plan for ahead of time. And you just never know. You just never know. And again, whenever we do have a true SHPS situation, there's something to remember. When that happens, and we have inclement weather, and we have major events happen, nobody's coming to the rescue. Nobody's coming. Nobody's coming to save the day. Nobody's coming to dig you out. You're going to be on your own. So I think it's really, really important, again, that we plan accordingly. So just looking at the situation there, you have, in California, they said that certain parts this week, Southern California was even getting snow. So that's kind of amazing, right? Snowpack is doing really well there, so it means it's going to be really good for the reservoirs. They get I think 30% of their water for the year for the snowpack, and they're way above average as far as snow this year, so it's definitely been a good year to refill up the reservoirs in California and making sure that they have enough water for the upcoming season. So that's a good thing. And all of you who want to hate on California, remember, California's economy alone would be the 6th largest economy in the world. They do a lot of growing of food out there, a lot of the food that we eat. So don't hate on California too much. There's certain parts I get, and trust me, I get it. I've been certain places in California that I have no desire to go back to. But there's some parts of California that are absolutely beautiful, and there are really, really a lot of good people out there. All right. So anyway, guys, listen. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all being safe. Just continue to be ready for whatever may happen. You never know what's going to happen. It may not be an SHPF event for the world, but it can be for you locally where you're at. Okay? So anyway, remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we are going to be in much, much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really, really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from achieving your goals is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I hope you all have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Supplement 1, out for now.